Welcome back. So if you're serious about building something online today, chances are WordPress is your foundation. It's everywhere.
It really is. But, the basic WordPress install, it's just the starting point.
Exactly. The real power, the ability to turn that basic site into, say, a huge online store or a slick marketing platform that comes from plugins.
hmm That's what we're digging into today.
We are. We're going deep into the whole WordPress plugin world, not just like listing off names. We want to look at the strategy behind them, maybe some hidden costs, and definitely the absolute essential plugins you need to know about.
Yeah, our goal here is really to help you get past the basics. We want to pull out the key players, sure, but also the secrets to installing them right and thinking strategically.
Right.
Because plugins, they're like the lifeblood of your site. They add all the features. But, and this is a big but, if you don't manage them well, they can seriously slow things down. Or worse, open you up to security risks.
That's a really good point. And the scale we're talking about, it's huge. The official WordPress directory, last check, 2025, it had over 60,000 plugins available.
60,000. It's kind of mind-boggling.
It is. It means you can customize almost anything, but it also means how do you choose which of those 60,000 are actually, reliable, secure, worth adding.
And what's really amazing, despite that massive number, that complexity, the barrier to actually using them is basically zero. You don't need to write code
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, that's the kicker. 100% no coding required.
Exactly. And that access, that's what really opens up web development to everyone. Think about a small business owner, right?
Mhm.
They can use a few, maybe premium plugins, spend a few $100 a year, and run this global e-commerce site. Something that, I don't know, 15 years ago would have cost them 50 grand, easy, to get custom built.
Wow. Yeah, that really puts the impact into perspective. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's meet some of these heavy hitters, the power players.
The ones everyone uses.
Yeah, the ones that have basically defined whole categories. And we should talk not just features, but why they're so dominant. What makes them almost unavoidable?
Well, they dominate because they solve fundamental business problems. Right. And they have these huge user bases.
Yeah.
Millions of installs.
Which translates to
Better support, better documentation, constant updates and new features. People trust them because they're proven.
Okay, let's start with maybe the most fundamental, getting found online, SEO. Has to be Yoast SEO.
Oh, absolutely. Yoast. Over 10 million active installs. It's the standard.
It really is. It just standardizes everything, gives you that real-time feedback right in the editor while you're writing.
Yep. Essential. But then, if people can find you, you become a target.
Ah, security. Good point.
Security is crucial. And that brings us to Jetpack Security. About 5 million users, maybe more now. It's kind of an all-in-one for backups, security scanning, monitoring.
And it's made by Automatic, the WordPress people.
Exactly. So there's trust there. It's not just the features, it's that peace of mind. It's backed by a major player. Security just isn't optional.
Totally agree. Okay, so we're found, we're secure. What about interacting with visitors and making the site look good?
Right. Forms are key. WPForms. It's probably the easiest drag and drop form builder out there. Simple contact forms, complex surveys, whatever, it just works.
High rating too, like 4.8 stars usually.
Yeah, people love it for its simplicity.
Mhm.
And for design, visually building pages. Elementor,
Oh yeah, Elementor's huge. Powers over 5 million sites, I think.
at least. And it's more than just a page builder. It's like a whole design system. You can get really pixel-perfect layouts without touching a line of CSS.
Impressive. And the last big one, if you're selling stuff.
Has to be WooCommerce. If you're doing e-commerce on WordPress, you're almost certainly using WooCommerce.
What's the stat? Something like 30% of all online stores globally?
Yeah, around that mark. It's staggering. It
Yeah.
basically is e-commerce for WordPress.
Okay, so those are the titans. Yoast, Jetpack, WPForms, Elementor, WooCommerce. But, relying on these big monolithic tools, there must be trade-offs, right?
There always are. They cover those 5 core areas every successful site needs. Absolutely. But we should probably look at those areas more strategically.
Yeah, let's connect the plugins to the underlying needs. Why are these categories so essential for a site's health and longevity?
Okay, so if you think long-term, every site needs these 5 strategic pillars. These plugins solve those needs brilliantly, but yeah, sometimes they create a sort of dependency. You get locked in.
Right. So give us the breakdown, those 5 essentials, maybe with the pros and cons in mind.
Sure. First up, improve SEO and traffic. That's your Yoast, your rank math. They help optimize content, handle meta tags, sitemaps, all crucial for ranking.
But the downside?
Well, sometimes people rely too much on just getting that green light from the plugin, you know?
Yeah.
And they end up writing kind of formulaic content, maybe sacrificing genuine quality just to hit keyword targets perfectly. It's a balance.
Okay, second pillar.
Protect from threats. Security. Jetpack. A
Yeah.
kismet for spam. Dedicated malware scanners. This is about guarding against hacks, spam, or protecting your site's reputation. Jetpack Security, for instance, offers those 100% automated daily backups. That's a lifesaver.
But one plugin isn't always enough, is it?
Rarely. Good security is usually layered. Multiple defenses.
Makes sense.
Third, build forms and pages easily. Your WPForms, your Elementor, Seed Prod for landing pages, fantastic for getting things built quickly, drag and drop. Like you said, Elementor has built over 5 million sites without tend.
The trade-off.
Portability, sometimes. If you build everything with Elementor and then later decide to switch themes or ditch Elementor, cleaning up the code can be a major headache. Content gets tied up in its specific shortcodes.
Ah, yeah, I've seen that. Okay, fourth.
Speed up your site. This one's often overlooked but critical. Caching plugins like WP Rocket, Lightspeed Cache. Site speed is huge for user experience and for SEO now.
Google really cares about speed.
They really do. These plugins dramatically reduce load times, but misconfigure them, and caching can sometimes break things, especially dynamic parts of your site. You need to test.
Right. And the final pillar?
Fifth, manage backup safely. Think Updraft Plus, all-in-one WP migration. Even if Jetpack does backups, having another independent way to backup, restore, or migrate your entire site easily. It's just smart insurance, redundancy.
You absolutely need that safety net. Okay, so these plugins add amazing functionality, but there's a hidden cost sometimes, isn't there? We've all been there at that moment when you install one too many plugins and suddenly, conflict hell.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really smart to just keep piling on features until something breaks? This feels like where we need to get strategic, move beyond just features, and think about risk.
Absolutely. The biggest trap, even for experienced people, is plugin bloat.
Explain that.
Every plugin you install, even if you deactivate it later, it adds files to your server, it adds tables or entries to your database, potential script conflicts. It's like digital clutter. And this slow buildup of, well, dead weight is often why sites start feeling sluggish after a year or two. The strategy has to be ruthless simplicity. If a plugin isn't doing something absolutely critical, deactivate it and then remove it completely.
Clean it out. What about the freemium model? You know, free basic version, but the really important stuff, maybe security patches or key features, are behind the paywall.
That's a big consideration. The risk isn't just missing out on premium features. It's that the free version might not get patched as quickly or supported as actively as the paid version.
Making you a target.
Potentially, yeah.
Ah,
A slower moving target for attackers exploiting known issues. And related to that is the problem of abandoned plugins.
plugins that haven't been updated in ages.
Exactly. If you see a plugin hasn't been updated by its developer in, say, over a year,
Yeah.
that's a massive red flag. It's a potential security hole just waiting, no matter how useful it seems.
So vetting is crucial before you install anything. Which brings us nicely to the practical side. How do you actually select and install these things properly? It's more than just clicking install now, right? Especially if you're being strategic.
Way more. For anyone managing a site seriously, the process starts before the click. It starts with vetting the plugin itself.
Okay, what are you looking for?
3 key things, usually right there on the plugins page in the directory. First, check the last updated date. Like we said, if it's more than 6 months ago, be cautious.
Yeah.
A year, probably avoid it.
Okay. Second.
Look at the active install count. Higher is generally better. It means lots of other people are using it, finding bugs. The community is sort of vetting it through use.
And the third one, I think this is maybe the most important, reading the support comments.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Check the support tab or forum for that plugin. Is the developer actually responding to people? Are they fixing problems? Or is it just a wall of complaints?
Yeah, you can spot a badly coded plugin by the repeated cries for help.
You really can. Okay, so assuming you've done your homework, then the standard process is pretty straightforward.
Walk us through it.
Sure. You log in to your WordPress dashboard, the admin area, go to plugins in the left sidebar, then click add new,
Okay.
type the name of the plugin you want, like Yoast SEO, into the search bar. Find it in the results, click install now. WordPress downloads and installs it automatically.
Simple enough, but it's not active yet, right?
Correct. That's the next crucial step. After it installs, the button changes to activate. You must click activate.
And then configure it.
Usually, yeah. Once activated, the plugin will often add its own menu item somewhere in your dashboard or under settings. You go there, look for setup wizards, read any quick start guides, follow the steps.
And then, boom, new functionality.
Instantly. That's the beauty of it.
Okay, but what about those premium plugins, the ones you buy directly from a vendor that aren't in the free directory?
Right. Slightly different process there.
Yeah.
And it requires you to really trust the source, the vendor you bought it from.
Because you're bypassing the WordPress directory vetting.
Exactly. So you'll typically download a ZIP file directly from the vendor's website after you purchase. Then, back in your WordPress dashboard, you go to Plugins, Add New, but this time you click the Upload Plugin button at the top.
Oh, okay.
You choose that ZIP file from your computer, click Install Now, WordPress uploads and unpacks it. Then, just like before, you click Activate and go through its specific configuration.
Got it. So, still point and click mostly just requires downloading the file first. Now, here's something maybe more advanced, but really interesting for agencies, developers, or people running critical sites. New plugins, must-use plugins.
Oh yes, Mu plugins. These are kind of like a developer's secret weapon for ensuring certain functionality always runs.
What makes them must-use?
Their key feature is they are always active. You literally cannot deactivate them from the normal WordPress plugin screen in the dashboard.
You can't turn them off. Why would you want that?
Well, think about critical site-wide things. Maybe an agency has some custom tracking code they need on every single client site, guaranteed. Or enforcing specific security headers that must always be active.
Okay, I see. Or maybe hiding certain admin menus from clients so they don't accidentally break something.
Exactly. Things that absolutely must run all the time, without fail, and without the risk of someone accidentally switching them off. Mu plugins guarantee that.
And installation is different too, right? No dashboard involved.
And completely different. You have to do it manually, usually via FTP or your hosting account's file manager. You need to go into your Mu plugin directory. And if it doesn't already exist, you create a folder named exactly Mu plugins. Then you upload the plugins PHP file directly into that Mu plugins folder.
So it's a direct file upload into a special folder.
Correct. It's definitely meant for admins or developers who need that guaranteed, always-on functionality that loads super early in the WordPress process.
That's a level of control many people probably don't even know exists.
Okay, fascinating stuff. So let's try and wrap up this deep dive. What are the main things people should take away about plugin strategy?
I'd say three main things. First, plugins let you build, protect, and grow your site massively, often without needing deep technical skills. Second, always start with the essentials. Get your SEO, security, forms, and speed sorted with reliable tools.
And vet them first.
And vet them first, absolutely. Check those update times and support forms. Third, the actual installation is easy, point and click for most, but managing them wisely over time is key. Don't let bloat creep in.
Right. Prioritize, install, configure, but also review and remove later. Now, thinking about those core essentials for someone just starting out, it can feel overwhelming. Security, speed, SEO, they all seem vital. So here's a question for you listening.
Sure.
Which of those three do you think has the biggest immediate impact on a brand new website's chance of success? Security, speed, or SEO? What's priority number one right out of the gate? That's a great question. It forces you to prioritize. And for me, I would argue strongly for security.
Security first. Why?
Because a successful site has to exist securely first. You can tweak speed later. You can build up SEO over time. But if your brand new site gets hacked or injected with malware right away,
Disaster.
complete disaster. Your domain reputation gets trashed. You could get blacklisted by Google. All your initial momentum just stops. Nailing down solid security and backups from day one gives you that stable foundation you need to even think about growing traffic or optimizing performance.
Stability first, then growth. That makes a lot of sense. Get the foundation solid before you build the skyscraper.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And once that foundation is secure, then you have the freedom to explore that huge ecosystem, try new tools, experiment. That's how you really see your site evolve and transform.
Yeah, the transformation isn't about finding one magic plugin.
No, it's about managing the whole collection of tools wisely, critically, over the long haul.
Great final thought. So we really want to hear from you on this. Security, speed, or SEO, which matters most right at the start. Let us know in the comments and maybe tell us the one plugin you absolutely refuse to launch a site without.
Yeah, curious to hear those choices.
Definitely. Okay, that wraps up our deep dive into WordPress plugin strategy. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.